I'm writing a leadership memoir with my mother, PO-LING. And actually the genesis of that was in November of 2015, I was awarded as a corporate trailblazer for the work that I do in diversity and inclusion, as well as my overall career success. And mind you, I had spent over 20 years sort of ascending up the corporate ranks as that diverse talent. So as I was really thinking long and hard about my acceptance speech, I realized that all roads lead back to my mom in terms of who I've become, and why I have become so successful, because she's just been an incredible role model. My mom was widowed at the age of 32, left with 4 very young children to raise in New York's Chinatown. She was, a young immigrant woman, and didn't speak, fluent English, and just, frankly, we were very poor. But instead of holding herself up, she devoted her life to the community, and really impacting many lives, from young children to senior citizens. And so she's probably gotten about 50 awards, in the past 4 decades or so, including one where the Chinese government brought her back to China, put her up at the penthouse of the Hilton, and awarded her for her impact on overseas Chinese. And so as I was developing my acceptance speech, I realized, I looked at my mom's name, and all these words just jumped out at me from the page. And I realized that every letter of my mother's name, PO-LING, represents an important consideration for success and impact. Not only your individual success, but how do you propel your community forward? P, and now we can bring up the slide. P is for persevering for your priorities and passions, and being true to your vision for who you want to be. This is about your authentic self and bringing that to the table. Because we all know that when we are focused on what matters to us, right? Things that we're passionate about, things that we care about, and are in line with who we want to be, that's when we're going to excel, right? That's where we get our energy, right? O is for others, right? Helping others to succeed and addressing real pain points. So it's not just about, my passion is to sit at the top of a mountain in Nepal all alone, and this is how I'm going to sustain myself. It's possible, but I think that it's really important for us all to think about, sustainability of lifestyle in the context of also helping others. And it's when you help others and you address pain points, that's when you also are creating something of value, right? That hopefully other people will pay you for, right? L is for lead, taking the initiative to drive change and action where needed, as opposed to waiting for others to do something. I is for inspire, exuding that confidence and conviction for what you believe in, even if your English isn't perfect, right? And inspiring others to follow you to make things happen. N is for network, and this is not about grabbing business cards and saying, "Hi, I'm Betty, can I have your card? Here's my card," and leaving it at that. Network is about establishing and leveraging relationships to drive change, to help others. And what's really important about network too is that you also connect other people who should know each other, right? And to help each other to succeed. And be sure not to just stay in your own microcosm. Get out there, reach beyond your comfort zone, and meet people that you probably normally wouldn't get to know. G is for grow. It's about embracing adversity, diversity, change, and failure, and always pushing yourself to be better. It's about taking risks, not being afraid of failure. It's about reinventing yourself, adapting to the environment. And so, this was the framework that I came up with when I wrote my acceptance speech. And honestly, it's not just about my mother, what she's exemplified, but in the nonprofit world. But these are also principles that I as a corporate executive, have really exemplified and taken to heart over the years. I didn't realize it until I wrote the acceptance speech that it all comes together in this nice framework, PO-LING, but I really thought that it was important to share that.